That's tomorrow. And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video. Okay.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Hello. Thank you for joining us here on Prime Yacht Media. I realized I'm accidentally broadcasting over Prime Rogue Inc. as well, which was unintentional. The bot is down. We're doing the draw for October this week, and as soon as we go live again, we're going to have the November prize list, etc. Pretty exciting stuff. Prime Yacht Media is the new actual streaming channel for Prime Rogue Inc. Associated with a lot of other IPs, a lot of stuff beyond Web 3. We're going to do Web 2, we're going to do tech, and all that fun stuff, programming. But we also have Grubfish. So ! Yacht and your wallet. But again, you need to be in twitch.tv Prime Yacht Media for the giveaways. Sorry about that little mess up. Welcome, Panda Chan. Nice to see you, John Parakeet. Pleasure having you. Today we're going to be doing a pretty, I guess you'd say, simple stream. You can get in that grubby there, but the core of the stream is that we're going to be coding a excuse me, guess the number game in Python. I think it's a really good introductory program game. Hey, Saman, nice to see you. For people who want, to be able to get into it right away. It's really easy to code. We're just going to import like the random module and only have to define 3 variables. I've already coded it. It's kind of a variation on Al Sveinart's classic Bagel. Maintains some of the syntax, but it differs a little bit too. So there is a grubfish, !yacht, in your wax to get in. Everyone's going to get a prize. Yo, Arena Hole, welcome, welcome. Everyone's going to get a prize. Winner is going to get a better prize. So again, we are on Prime Yacht Media, though. We are not on Prime Rogue Inc. So if you want to get in the giveaway, you need to come here. Also, if you want to get the code to follow along and to code it yourself at home in Python, you can just get the code here on the Prime Rogue Inc. website. I'll post that again later. But unless anyone has any questions, why don't we start coding and building this thing? Like I said, everyone's going to get a prize at the end of the stream. I'm going to give all a Prime Rug War pack, and I'll give something better to the winner. So, all right, we're going to start off just by annotating what we're building. So let's say this is Bagels inspired by the classic by Al Sveinart. It's a game of deductive logic where you guess a number. Now, notice here how we use the quotation marks. This means it's not part of our code. It just means it's like a note. This code is available at, and let's just post the web address where I'm hosting it. So it's available at, where was that? Hey, Jurassic, nice to see you, man. Prime Rogue Inc. And then just get a code and guess the number. Here we go. So we'll just put this here in the IDE. And finally, let's see. Let's put some tags on it just for organizational purposes. So tags, this is a short coding program. Numbers, guessing, game, puzzle. And then we can close up our 3 brackets. And from there, we're good to go. Are you in Prime Yacht Media, Jurassic? You need to come. Hey, Viz Numerous, nice to see you, dude. You need to come over to Prime Yacht Media because I accidentally streamed to Prime Rogue Inc. when I didn't mean to. That's the bot channel now, where the bot's going to come back online as soon as I've worked out some kinks with it, and we're going to do the draw this week as well. Where the fuck is the actual Twitch address? Oh, yeah. So it's just twitch.tv/Prime Yacht Media. So we're just going to basically code this very basic classic numbers type game that Al Sveinart was like the first to put that I've like made some minor changes to. So yeah, let's get back to it. We're only going to be defining 3 functions, so it's not going to be too rough. It's a good, like I said, it's a good thing for a beginner. So we're going to start by importing the random library to allow us to basically use an RNG. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to set the parameters for the number of digits in the number the person is going to guess, the player is going to guess. So we're going to put it at 3, but let's annotate here with the hash mark that we can set this to whatever we want. And then here we're going to do max guesses. That's the maximum number of guesses that the player is going to get. Let's put 10, but again, we can set this value to whatever we want it to be. All right, so now that we've got that elaborated, sorry, I just want to get my line numbers in here. Show line numbers. I hate this IDE. I need to get dark mode in here. So we're going to start our main loop. So we're going to define main. And to get started, we're going to print bagels, a randomly generated number guessing game inspired by Al Steinhardt. And we need to tell the player what we're going to do. So let's pretend we're the computer. I am thinking of and here we're allowing for it to vary, digit number. And again, this is going to be 3 here because we set it to 3 up here in max digits. And it doesn't have any repeated digits. That's important to add. We're going to tell the player, try to guess what it is. I will give you these clues as you guess. And when I say this means, so we're going to give people output when they guess. So if the player gets one number is correct, but it is in the wrong position out of the 3, it'll say Pico. It'll say Fermi if one digit or one number is correct and in the correct, let's put right, so we're not too repetitive, right position. Let's get our indent right here. And let's do bagels. Bagels. This is why I'm saying it's inspired by Al Steinhardt, because that's his terminology. No digit is correct. Hey, Madra, nice to see you. So yeah, just get in the Gredfish, and everyone's gonna get a prize. The winner's gonna get a better prize. So let's give the players an example. For example, if the randomly generated number was 669, and you guessed, I don't know, 961, the clues would be, let's put another line. The clues would be, so you have a Pico. The number is correct, but in the wrong place. So your clues would be Pico Fermi, because you have the 9, which is a correct number, but it's in the wrong place. And then you have the 6, which is correct and in the right place. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So let's end our text here. And we're going to format this so that it's based on the number of digits. And again, if we go up, oops, that's an underscore, sorry. Number of digits, boom. All right. So remember, we set the digits to 3, but we could set it to 10 if we wanted to and give the person 100 guesses. I mean, the permutations of this are almost endless. Okay, so let's start the main game loop here. So while this is true, and let's annotate this as the main game loop, we're going to store the randomly generated, god damn it, I can't type, randomly generated number that the player needs to guess. And we're going to define that as secret num. No, let's not use underscores, let's use num. Now we're going to create the function get secret num, and we're going to give the space for it to be a number. And now once we've generated that, we print I have randomly generated a number. Period, close. Now we're going to print you have, and we're going to again leave it open because remember we set the max guesses to 10, but we could set it to whatever we wanted. You have 10, well, you have variable guesses to get it. So let's close that, and then we're going to format that as a function of max guesses. So essentially what we've done here is we're going to define the output of Pico, Fermi, and Bagel relative to num digits, which is the number of digits that we're giving. And in the main game loop, we're going to generate the secret number. And then we're going to basically input the number of max guesses that we defined above into these little squiggly brackets here. So that's what we're doing here. Now we're going to say that the num guesses is 1. So this is going to allow the player to guess. So while the number of guesses is less or equal to max guesses, okay, the player will be able to input their guess like this. And we're going to allow this to keep looping until you run out of guess, until you either run out of guesses or get the number. Loop until the player is out of guesses or they enter a valid guess. So here, since there's a second condition, so while len guess digits or not guess is decimal, but a 2. This is going to print, and I'll explain this in a sec. Print guess, and we're going to do this and squiggly brackets. Let me just look at this over in a sec. Format, number of guesses. And here we're going to give the input. Let me just get this written out, and I will explain it to the best of my ability. Guys, FYI, I am a relatively new programmer, and I've started doing this because people seem to enjoy it to an extent, and also because it helps me. Okay, so basically what we've done here is we've set a constant of number of guesses to 1, but it can be greater because we're grinding 10 at the beginning. So the first thing we did here is we set it so that if the number of guesses is greater or equal to 1, so if the player has guesses left, they can guess. And we're going to loop this until the player is out of guesses or they enter a valid guess. So we're going to put while the alternative guess is equal to a guess that is the number of digits or is not a decimal, that makes it a valid guess. And this is going to allow the player to enter their guess here. And it's going to be formatted in relation to number of guesses. And here we've created the input. And at the same time, since we're doing a loop here, we need to do the clues. So we're going to do clues equals get clues, which is going to be guess and the secret number. And then we're going to print the clues as we've defined them. And we're going to give clues if the number of guesses is plus or equal to 1. Now, this is where it gets simple. If guess is equal to the secret number and the player 1, we break, meaning we stop the loop. So the guess is correct. We are ending the loop. This is an annotation by the game. So yeah, so if they guess right, basically game ends. If the number of guesses is greater than, did I spell that right? I did. Is greater than max guesses. In other words, if they run out of guesses, we're going to print, let's print you ran out of guesses. And we're going to print the answer was like this. Need to go back and put it there. The answer was, and then we're going to format that as the secret number because we need to actually reflect what it was. So that looks right. So now this defines basically the end state of the game, but we want to be able to like loop it so the player can get in. So let's ask the player if they want to play again. So essentially here, whether or not they guessed it, I'm pointing to the screen. That's pretty useless. So whether they guessed it or whether they lost and didn't get it, they still get to play again. So here we're going to print, would you like to play again? Okay, then we're going to do yes or no. That is correct. So if not, then the input will be boom, and that's going to be floor starts with. I'll explain this in a sec, guys. Break. Thank you for playing. So what we did here is basically, if they select no, we're going to break, end the program, and say thanks for playing. Otherwise, it's going to keep looping. So now we have, I think, two more things to define. We have to define the secret number itself, which we haven't yet defined via the RNG. And we have to define the getting of the clues, the function by which it tells the user, Pico, Fermi, or Bagels, depending on what they're guessing. So take a little break here. And if anyone has a question, feel free to ask it. If I can answer it, I will. If you just got in here, exclamation mark, what is it now? Yacht, I think, and your wallet address to get into the Grubbies. Everyone gets a prize. You need to be over in the Prime Yacht channel, not Prime Rogue. I'm sorry about that. I accidentally broadcasted to both. So if you're in Prime Rogue Inc., just come over to Prime Yacht Media, and you'll be able to enter. My apologies for that. In StreamYard, I hit the wrong thing. Okay, so let's define the secret number. So we're going to define get secret num like this. And what this is going to do, and this is a longer annotation, so I'll write it like this. We want to return a string that is made of num digits. And here, num digits, again, refers to the number of digits. So we want to return a 3-digit string. If we set this up to 4, it'd be a 4-digit string, etc. Num digits, and we want each to be unique, so there's no repetition. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to give a list of the potential numbers. So we're going to create a list, and the list is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So those are going to be our integers. Yes, and so essentially here we're creating a list of all digits between 0 and 9. And we need to basically make it random. So we're going to do the random shuffle function with our numbers, which is the list that we just created. So here we're shuffling the numbers into random order. And they're not going to repeat. So here, let's annotate again. We're going to get the first of the number of digits in the randomly generated number list. I'm not using an app. So this is right now this is just the boilerplate Python integrated development environment, idle. You could run it in PyCharm, you could run it in anything else. I mean, we could export it as an exe and executable too, but what the plan is today is basically, you can also run the code in an online, check this out, online Python compiler. So say you don't have Python installed on your computer, you could go to program is probably, check this out. So you could go here if you don't have it, if you don't have Python installed on your home computer. And this is like a basic old school thing. It's like the first program a lot of people learn. It's how to write hello world, which is kind of fun first time you do it. But let me just copy all my code into this online compiler, for example, and like run it. So here we can see that you can actually run it without Python at home. You just need to go get the code on the website, which I put. Let me get that again. Kind of new to this guy, so apologies if. And I need to cut down on the ads. I'm not really good at web dev, so this is where the code is. So you just copy paste the code into here, or write it. I would suggest you write it. So I have 10 guesses to get a number. So it's between 0, 1. No, it couldn't be 0, 1, but you know what I mean. It's a 3-digit number with no repeated digits. So it could be between like 0, 1, 2 and 9, 8, 7, I guess. So let's put in 5, 4, 3. So we got no output, which is strange. Why am I not getting the clues on here? Let's see. We'll figure this out in a second. Let me put 769. Okay, so 769 is selling bagels. Oh, because that was our guess 1. It didn't count guess 1. Okay, so there's no 7, there's no 6, and there's no 9. Let's go back. Let's put 5, 4, 3. So we have Fermi Pico. That's saying that one digit is correct in the right position, and 1 digit is correct but in the wrong position. So with that, let's logically do 5, 3, 4 to see if it's if 5 is perhaps in the right position and it's 3 and 4 but in the wrong. So now we have Pico Pico. So now we know that we 2 of these digits are right, but they're in the wrong position. So 3 doesn't belong in the middle, 4 doesn't belong at the end, and 5 doesn't belong at the beginning, which leads me to think that 4 is probably the second digit. So let me guess 4, 3, 5. And now we're at Pico Pico again, which is both digits are in the wrong position. So that being the case, let's do 3, 4, 5. And now we have Fermi Fermi, which is telling us that 2 of our digits are in the right position. So based on that, we know that the first number is not a 5. So 5 is in the right position, and 4 is likely in the first position. So let's guess 245. So actually fucked up there. So correct numbers are the 3 and the 4. So let's do 347. 347, Fermi Fermi. That's not it. 348. And I got it. I got it on guess 8. So that's basically the logic of the program. So yeah, you can run it here on the online compiler if you don't have Python installed. But Python is, it's not necessarily the best language, but it's, I'd say, perhaps the most natural language. So yeah, let's just finish writing this up. And again, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask them and I will answer them to the best of my ability. So we're here defining the get secret num, which is the generation of the secret number itself. So secret num is just going to be defined as a number. So it's an integer in the range of the num digits variable, which we set to 3. The secret num is going to be plus or equal to a string of numbers that are integers wrong, like that. Just look at that, a plus or equal to a string of numbers. I didn't close this correctly. Boom. All right, so that's fine. And then we're going to return secret number on the basis of this rule. So this is going to return a secret number with 3 digits, and the digits cannot repeat, and the digits are all integers. Well, 0, yeah. They're all between 0 and 9. That's kind of the point here. And now we have the clues. So we're going to define get clues as a function of guess and secret num, like this. What this is going to do is we're going to return a string with the Pico, Fermi, and Bagels clues for the guesses put forth by the user. Sounds about right. Yeah, and that's going to compare it to the secret number itself. So we're almost done here. So if the guess is equal to secret num, in that case, we're just going to return, say, you got it. GG's, or something like that. Whatever you want to put. Doesn't really matter. Now, otherwise, if they didn't get it, we need to give the clues, like we just given. So, we're going to find the clues for an integer in the range of guess. We're going to do if guess I, which is integer, is secret number integer, thus indicating that the first digit was in the right place. We're going to append Fermi to clues. So we're just going to write it out like that. Clues append Fermi. Otherwise, so we'll do elif guess integer in secret num. A correct digit is in the wrong place. We're going to do clues, and we're going to append again, and we'll just do Pico. So then here, alternity, if len clues is equal to 0, we're going to return bagels because none of the digits are correct. And again, everything that's with the pound mark is an annotation, right? So what we want to do else, we want to sort the clues into alphabetical order so they don't give information away regarding specific numbers. So for that, we'll just do clues sort. And we're going to make a single string return from the possible clues. So here we are going to do return join the clues that would be a function of that. So basically, assuming that we're importing and running from the IDE, we'll just basically put, sorry, if we're running it instead of importing it. If program is run rather than imported, we just need to redefine the main. If name is equal to main, then that would be main. And this should run the game for us. So again, if you aren't already in, you can get into the Crittercraft yacht and your Wax Wallet ID. Everyone's going to get a prize. We're going to run the program here in a second. For those of you who might come in later, you need to be over here on Prime Yacht Media. And again, if you do not have Python installed, that does not mean you cannot write this code or just copy paste it and run it to play it. You just go to the code compiler here, and I've posted the code on my website where I need to get rid of the double ads on top here. So these are all things you can do, but let's run it here on the desktop at least once. So we're going to run the module. We already ran it in the compiler. It's so fucking oppressive to have the whiteness, but whatever. 456. So Fermi, this is telling us we have one digit in the correct position. So let's test if it's the 4. So let's do 465. That's telling us Pico. So nothing's in the right position anymore, but we still have one right. So 4 is not in first place. 6th is not in second. So this, and 5th is not in second or third, which means that our correct numbers could still be any one of these. We want to try the string we haven't tried, which is 564, which is Pico as well. So actually, it's either the 4, the 5, or the 6. So the 6 is not the middle. 6 is not the end. See, I believe that the 4 is the correct number. So let's do 423. And now it's bagels. So what did I fuck up here? We never had the 5 in the middle again. Okay, so let's try 2. There's no 1, 2, or 3. So let's do 7, 7, 5, 8. Pico. What am I doing wrong here? 4, 5, 6. We had a Fermi. Five. Oh, 5 never went to the middle again. No, 5 did go to the middle again here. So is it the 6 that's in the right place? Let's try 8, 9, 6. Okay, so we have a Fermi Pico Pico. So is it 8, 6, 9? That's Pico Pico Pico. So we had one digit in the right place. And it is likely either the... Let's try... Man, I'm terrible at this. Let's try 986. Got it. Okay, so the 6 was in the right place all along. Do we want to play again? Yes. Let's play one more time. Let's guess 4, 5, 6. Well, let's change it up because this is boring. Let's guess 1, 2, 3. Pico. So we have one number in the right place. So let's try 2, 1, 3. Still Pico. 3, 2, 1. Pico. Lovely. So what have we not tried? 1 has been in 1, space 1. All the numbers have been space 1. We have not tried 3 in space 2. 3 in space 2 is one we haven't tried. So let's try 4, 3, 6. Bagels. What did I just fuck up? 2, 1, 2. How do we have bagel? Oh, so the correct number is 1 or 2. Oops. So we know we don't have a 1. Sorry, we know we don't have a 4, a 3, or a 6. I'm so confused right now. 2, 7, 8. So we have 2 of the right numbers with 2, 7, 8. Making me think that 2 was the number that needs to go in last place. Let's do 8, 7, 2. No, sorry, 7, 8, 2. Fermi Pico. So we have one number in the right place. We have one other correct number between 7 and 8. So we know 2 is right, and we know that either 7 or 8 is right. So let's do 9, 8, 2. Fermi Pico Pico. So we have all the numbers. It's probably 9, 2, 8. No, that's Pico, Pico, Pico. So based on the Fermi Pico, he has a 289. Pico, Pico, Pico. Fuck! I am so terrible at this fucking game. So we tried. So we have all the numbers. The numbers are 982. We just need to figure out the combination. So we got a 298 from Panda. And no, it was 892. Oh, yeah, this is kind of a cool like first game for someone to program. I enjoy playing it once or twice, but it's kind of more of an exercise in logic. So basically, this is where I wrote it earlier. So and then rewrote it now. So essentially, let's just go over what we did. We imported the random library. We defined the number of digits as 3. The maximum guesses is 10. We defined the main loop. We printed basically the rules of the game. And we formatted it as a callback with 3 digits. So while true, this is creating the main game loop. The thing is we need to get a secret number. So we're creating the secret number function. And we need to have the player guess it and give feedback. So here we're setting up that when they have one or more guesses, the game will keep looping until they run out of guesses or get it right. And here we're saying that they get clues each time they guess. If the guess is a secret number, game is correct, loop ends. If number of guesses exceeds the max guesses, like just happened to me, you're shit out of luck. But we ask the player if they want to play again either way. If they say no, we say thanks for playing. So here we define what secret num is, which is again modulated by number of digits. So in defining secret number, basically we're creating a string. String is just digits. And we're defining it so they're all between 0 and 9, but that we can't have two the same and that they can't, and that they're always in a random order. We're generating it here, and here we're generating the clue function. So again, it's Pico if you have a correct digit in the wrong place, Fermi if you have the right digit in the right place, and bagels. And we could change these words to whatever. Like we could do fuck, piss, shit if we wanted to. Like whatever you want it to be. But we don't want to give away what's going on. So we're always sorting the clues into alphabetical order, and then we're just running the program. Anybody have any questions? Anyone planning on trying this out? Anyone interested in coding? Otherwise, we can just run this grubfish and right into my friend Rick on the mountain. Like I said, I'm going to send you each a let me mint them now. I'll send you each a Prime Rug Wars pack. That's the fictional feud between my friend Rugmeister Banana, aka Peter Potts, and I. And let me mint 10 of those here. Select category, packs. Oh, and I'll give the winner and third place will each get 3 mystery boxes on top of that. So let me do it like this. Let me mint 10 packs of this. I can send one to each of you for hanging out. Say thanks. And I have mystery boxes on my other account. So first and third place in the Grubfish will get 3 mystery boxes on top of their other thingy. Let me just get a Word doc here. So what I'm sending to who? Great. I'm glad to hear you're interested. If you ever want to come and hang out in the Discord, you're also more than welcome to do so. The code also gets put in the Discord, my Discord, which is here. Trying to start a bit of a coding community of sorts. I've been coding for like 4 months only. I'm mostly interested in back-end stuff, structure and logic. I'm not really good at front-end design. The other program we're working on now, I'll just show it to you guys really quick before I run the Grubfish. This is the Python game build. The other one we have is called the Build It Code Chronicles. I mean, I couldn't think of names, so I asked ChatGPT to do it. So yesterday on stream, in my life, I believe that code should be one of two things. It should be fun or functional, right? So one thing I need in my life, because I forget things, is a checklist app. But checklist apps seem to suck. And this one sucks for now, but I think I can make it better. So this is a checklist app we made on stream yesterday. It's super basic. So we have 5 categories at the top. We're using the Tkinker graphical interface. I have not worked on the user interface at all. I just imported it. So, we can add a task. So say I need to claim loot for Warsaken. I can just add it here. Say I need to make dinner. I could add it to like this general life category. Walk rogue my dog. Boom. So those are all there. And now make dinner is done. So I marked it complete. It turns green. Walk rogue is not done. So it's red. But see, there are a lot of problems with this program. For one, we can't see the color of text when it's highlighted. We can't right click to change a category. It looks like absolute crap. There's no dark mode. So what we did yesterday is we just built the structure of this program. The biggest problem with it is that when we close it down, it's not persistent. So it won't actually, when we rerun it, it won't remember that I put in make dinner and walk rogue. So later tonight, I'm coming on and we are going to make it persistent. In other words, make it so that it saves our inputs from session to session. And we're just going to keep gradually building on the base code that we created to make something that also looks not shitty, or that can be customized by the user. Like if someone wants like fucking flames and like a red background, I just want plain dark mode, but whatever the user wants, we're going to try to do it like that and build it as a community, or like a couple of us that are doing this right now. So I just think it's kind of fun. And coding is super fun. So yeah, I decided to start streaming these builds as I do them. And the reason for that, my rationale, is that I like teaching things. So if I can, maybe help someone pick something up, that's really cool and it makes me happy. But also rewriting the code helps you familiarize yourself with the syntax. So that's why, even say if you don't have Python installed, you don't have an IDE, I'd still recommend that if you were going here with this, I'd recommend that you type the code out instead of, if you're interested in coding. If you're just interested in playing, just copy paste it. But if you're interested in coding, type the code out, annotate it as you like with the hash mark, and that way you can learn as you go, because muscle memory, right? But so rug fight packs go to everybody 3 times. Mystery box goes to first and third. I'll send these out right after stream. So guys, why don't you, if you're not in the Grubfish, get into the channel, Prime Yacht Media, !yacht, and your Wax Wallet ID. I'll run this in 1 minute, and then we're going to raid into my friend Rick. So let me get the channel open. And I'll be on again 2 more times tonight, I think, if you're interested in joining us again. So let's get the raid set up for run raid. Rick on the mountain 1. I need to follow some people on here. Nice. Well, yeah, just follow the channel. I put up a schedule, and yeah, I try to do a basic game like this every day. A lot of them are inspired by Al Sveinart and his book, 50. I don't remember what the book is called, but it's like basically 50 little games that you missed everything, but you can still enter the Grubfish, !yacht, and your wallet. What is it? The Big Book of Small Python Projects. I like recoded a bunch of the games, the basic games in there. There will be a VOD though, so you can watch it again if you want to learn how to code the number guessing game. I like the number guessing game. It makes me happy to play it once or twice, but the thing that makes me happy is like that sense of gratification you kind of get when you build something and it works. But yeah, let's run this. So everyone gets a Rogue Fight pack. First and third are gonna get a 3 mystery boxes. So let's do that. Grubfish Royale. Do your thing, little grubbies. As our good friend Left House says, get in there to swim there, to something there, depending on the day. Imitation is the most sincere form of strategy. Oh, next one to die wins some mystery boxes. Oh, Viz and Saman coming in with the dubs. Everybody wins, but Viz numerous. Shout out to Viz, a great member of the Left House community. And shout out to Saman, who are our winners here. So let's get this list here that I'll then just send to everybody. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone put their wallet in. So Saman and Viz are also going to get some mystery boxes. Well done, gentlemen. Let me just go back to my Word doc here. So first and third. I know Viz is. And yeah, I'm raiding into Rick, and I'm probably going to hang out with Rick for a bit. So thank you all so much for being here. Glad to have had you. And yeah, I'll be on again tonight. I'll have the middle of the night stream, which is where we're going to add persistence to the checklist app. And then I'm going to come on late to check out my friend's game, the Cheese Bot. Why skip 2? I always do 1 and 3 unless there are more people. Then I tend to do, if there are more than 13 people, I'll do 1, 3, 5, 13. And if then there's more than 17 people, I'll add 17. They're my favorite numbers. 13 is my favorite number, but that's why. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging. Let's raid into Rick on the Mountain. I'll probably jump into his voice chat and chill with him for a bit while I get some work done. And I will be back later tonight. In the meantime, I'm trying to get my tagline figured out, but basically, like, oh yeah, I see it as like, be good, whatever you think that means, right? Because it doesn't mean the same thing for all of us. So yeah, see y'all later. Glad you learned something. Have a good one. See you soon, Panda.